Talking to Chet Archery today, and Chet, it looks like this may not be your first ball game. You got a pretty prime spot here.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I got this in February. I called in February. Actually, most of them were gone by the time I called, because I was at the Hamvention in Florida. So, but I finally got this spot over here, so I lucked out.
I see. Where are you out of?
We're out of Hancock County and outside of Sneedville, Tennessee. About an hour north of Knoxville and about an hour and a half from Sevierville, where Tech used to be.
Oh, yeah. So you drove down to Orlando last year?
Yeah, I go down every year to Orlando. Yeah.
Do you do swap stuff down there?
Oh, yeah.
Go down vacation?
No, I go down there. I got buddies down there. KB4IRB, Steve in Castleberry, and a bunch of other fellows. We used to belong to a club down there, Sarah, Seminole Amateur Radio Club in Castleberry. So there's a few of us left.
Yeah. So you're kind of probably hoping for good weather.
Yes, well, you know, I didn't come last year because I figured I'd give it a year.
Yeah.
And so I made it a point, and I got friends coming in from Australia tonight. VK1TX will be here. He'll be coming here tonight, and he'll be here tomorrow. And he was here. We were up at the old Dayton Ham Fest in 2003. So it's the first time I've seen him since 2003. Oh.
It's a good reunion.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. Appreciate it, Chet. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
How you doing? This is Mark, WB2ERS from Long Island, New York. We came out here. This is our first Dayton in 20 years. So it's a new location. Happy to be here. Brought a lot of nice old vintage radios for people to possibly buy and take home and have as much fun with them as I did. But I'm constantly moving into other technologies, and I just don't have time to be doing all the technologies. So I had all my fun. It's time for somebody else to have all their fun.
I like the shirt.
Yeah, right. Just to go with my aviation theme, I brought a lot of aviation test equipment here today. For anybody who wants to tune up and check out some of their own avionics. I even brought a flight simulator for somebody who wants to learn how to fly a Cessna 172 without taking their feet off the ground. We've got our friend Mike here, who this is his first time at Dayton.
Hello, my name is Mike, KC2KV. First time being here, so.
Breaking you in right.
Yeah, I was trying. First time being here, so.
Hey, tell us about your Collins here on the end, would you?
The Collins equipment on the end, yes. I always wanted one. I bought this setup probably 15 years or so ago, and I have the KWS-1, which is a pair of 4 CX250s. Typically, it's referred to as a 1,000-watt single sideband transmitter. It has very, very clean audio, transmit audio. It has the high voltage power supply here on the bottom, as you can see, nice and clean, been upgraded to the solid state rectifiers.
No spiders.
No spiders, nice and clean. And it's had been used most by me on 10 meters, talking to some friends I have in California. And then I've kind of moved over into building more repeaters and networking equipment, so I haven't had much time to play with my sideband stuff. So I'm going to move this on, hopefully to someone else who wanted it as much as I did, along with a 75A4 receiver. I have 2 of those. One of them is a little bit newer than the other. One of them has 3 filters. One of them has 2 filters. So the whole setup is available for $3K if you want to buy the radio, the transmitter, and the receiver, or they're a little bit more money separately. Got some other older vintage.
You got the Central Electronics?
The Central Electronics 100V. This is a $50 fixer-up special.
Yeah.
It comes with its own mouse nest in here, which has to be cleaned out.
Did you hear that, Bob Heil? Come and get it.
but it could be a superb transmitter if somebody wants to come in. They tell me that this has some of the best sideband audio in existence on an old transmitter. This is a project box for somebody who wants to build something in a box. So I'm trying to bring a little of everything. Here we have a parametric equalizer and a DAP AM audio processor, which works quite well for anybody who's interested in AM. There's a lot of AM activity on the 75 meter band particularly. This are a couple of the components you'll want to have to process your audio. If you're going to hook up to a nice old transmitter like the 32V3, which I was using quite a bit with these processors, this has the famous WA1HLR flyback transformer modifications so that your audio is full spectrum and sounds good. This is a good working transmitter. We've got here a Halle vintage receiver. Getting a little bit of noise here somewhere from the outside. Sounds to me like we're getting some thunder and lightning somewhere in the area. Oh yeah, one thing about AM, you're going to get lightning detection. And more 32V transmitter, service analyzer for people who want to check out their FM equipment. A whole pile of avionics test gear of all sorts, transponder to actually test with, 750, more transponder testers, Navcom testers, all interesting working equipment. If you're a 2-meter repeater or station repair guy, these do a tremendous job transmitting a generator for 2 meters. Back here we've got some other even more interesting stuff. Got a generator for sale. A good running little generator. It does need a little bit of carburetor cleaning, but I think it starts, I think. You got to turn it on. There you go. How can you turn it on?
That's good. All right.
So, generator.
And you got ATC here.
We have an ATC Cessna 172 flight simulator. Came out of aviation high school in Queens, New York. They're still using these types of things. You can still do a lot of good training on this. It flies exactly like a 172 without ever leaving the ground. Same climb rate, same performance characteristics. You can turn on the turbulence and make the wind blow. You won't feel the wind, but you'll see it on your gauges.
How much are you asking for that?
This is $500.
Okay.
And this here is a 75A1 receiver. If you're interested in building the vintage station with the 32V that I showed you over here, either one, this is the matching receiver with the slide rule dial. Collins made, and I think it was like 1948. We've got a Homebrew Cw Transmitter, 75 meter,
Original
80 meter, pine board.
Original pine board, Bob.
Original pine board. Yep, with
He stole your idea.
That's right. That's the original guy. If he wants to do any refinements to his, he can check
he
this
can
one.
come get it. Hey, appreciate you taking time to talk with us.
All right.
Okay?
Well, hopefully people will find what they're looking for. I know that every time I come to one of these big flea market ham fairs, you're always amazed at what you find. You go home and you say, geez, I never thought I'd find that, and you find something.
You find it. How long have you been coming out here?
I haven't been here in 20 years. I've been doing East Coast stuff.
Come back in.
I'm coming back now.
All right. We got new pavement and new grass, and hopefully no rain.
We're all set. Well, it said a lot of rain, but we scared it all away, so here we are.
Hey, thank you very much.
Be well. Have a great day. 7-3s all around.
I'm James, KD8VT. I'm out of Atwater, Ohio, and this is a High-Q military antenna. I have a shunt 100 coil that I need to hook up. It has not yet been hooked up at the base. That's a Shakespeare spring and base, and this is a High-Q military antenna, identical to what they put on the submarines.
Right.
And it'll work 160 through 6. I've never tried it above 10 meters, but they tell me that if I take everything off the top, the antenna will actually work 6 meters. It's rated at 1500 watts, continuous duty, on 160 through 10 meters.
And what are you driving it with? Just 100 right now?
I have a Kenwood TS 480HX in there to drive it. I can run 200 watts. There is a future plan to put a toolbox in the back with a Henry SS750 amplifier. I just have to work out some RF issues. These new trucks have like 7 different microprocessors on board. So we're going to bring the power level up slowly, make sure we don't cook the truck. And this is my lovely wife, N8HUC. She actually climbs towers.
Does she really?
Yes, she does.
Well, she
this is one of my tower erecting crew, and this lady here needs no introduction. This is Antenna Hair Girl, so everybody here at Dayton should know her.
That's absolutely right. Antenna Hair Girl. Isn't that good to have a handle like that?
Yeah.
All right. Sounds
Absolutely.
good.
We'll see
Hey,
you
good luck
guys
to you
tomorrow.
guys, and hope you go home with a lot of dollars, and more that your wife doesn't know about.
Well, no, the wife needs the wife knows.
The wife needs
I'm
to
an
know.
extra too, so it's okay.
Yeah, well, the wife.
She's extra.
The only question that my wife ever asks when I buy a radio is she always asks me, "Is that the best radio you can buy?" And she asked me that when I bought my Yaesu 9000D.
Yeah.
That was her question. Is that the best? And at the time, I said yes, it was, and so she let me buy it.
All right. Thanks for talking with us.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.